did a video earlier this summer talking about how I personally thought that it was time for me to go to the track, because I felt as though my riding ability to where it's currently at was exceeding what was safe for on the streets, and in order to ride the way that I really wanted to ride, it had to be taken to the track in order to be done in a safe manner. And I just wanted to touch back on the subject again, because the way I left the video off before, there wasn't any actual planning to go yet. There was still racing going on for that year. I wasn't able to go at the time, so it was something I had to put on the back burner until later on this year or early in the spring. And there was always the thought of, do I want to race this bike or do I want to buy another bike just for the track? I came to the conclusion that as much as I want to buy another bike, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I would really like to, but I don't want to dump at the minimum $2,500 to $3,000 into getting another bike. The downside is always, if I crash this, that I'm completely screwed, because I lose this bike and I lose a track bike all in one shot. So it's one of those things I still fight internally inside my head for what I really honestly want to do. But if I couldn't find a bike as a dedicated track bike, I would just take this. I'm not going to skip out on going to the track if my only option is to take this. I did find a Tribal Orange 06, which is the bike that I had before this one, which is local to me, for $3,000, that has a rebuilt title, which is exactly what I'm looking for. I don't want anything really fancy or really nice. I don't care if it's been crashed, because it's just a track bike. Where the opposite side of the spectrum is this, which is a really nice looking bike. It looks phenomenal, and I love how it looks and everything about it. So crashing it is definitely not in the game plan for what I want for the future of this bike. But I think once income tax rolls around, what I have saved up for money, how things look financially at that time, if I can get a bike for a steal at like $2,500 that's been wrecked, as long as it's not like a complete piece of shit. This bike looked absolutely fine. You couldn't tell it had ever been wrecked before. And for being a track bike, I really don't care. But something that looks moderately good, I can at least ride it, then I would probably spring for it. But if I can't find anything, then I'm going to stick with what I have with this. And also before, I didn't have the schedule available. I was going to go riding through Penguin Racing School, which they do dedicated track days at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, which is not that far from me. It's $250 for the day for a one-day riding, which really isn't that bad. I think what I would most likely do is probably ride down there for the day, maybe get a hotel room for the night, ride back the next day. It's a lot of riding to do in one day to do a track day and then ride a few hours home, because it is a little ways from where I currently live, even though it's fairly close as far as track goes, considering how far away it could be. It's still a few hours. I think it's about probably an hour and a half to 2 hours away from where I am. I think primarily I'm going to focus on getting all the right gear. I have everything picked out, it's just a matter of buying it. So I think once I get all the gear bought, then I will see how things look as far as getting a secondary bike. I think I might try and do 3 track days this summer. I think that will be a good feeling out process for how well I really like it. If I go 3 times and race this and don't crash it, then I will look at buying another bike the year after that, if it's something that I'm going to continue to do and something that I really like doing. schedule for it is out too. I can see which days I have off for the events in New Hampshire, and I've already taken some vacation days for next summer in June for one of the days that I would like to go to. So if I can nail down 2 or 3 racing days that I want to focus on, and providing that the weather's good, and get those done, I think that'll be a really good start. It's something I've always wanted to do. I think it will help improve me personally as a rider, because I'm definitely not perfect. I still have a lot to learn, and the track is absolutely the best place for that kind of stuff to happen. But this will be an ongoing topic. I'll definitely pick this back up in the spring and update everyone as far as when I might be going and how close I am to getting everything bought for the track. And it'll take a little bit of time, but I'll get everything put together and hopefully get someone to come along with me. It should be a good time overall.